It's the semi-final right here on Mima Season 3. Who will be the contenders fighting for the Mima Season 3 title belt? Let's go and find out right now.
Kuala Lumpur, the heartbeat of Malaysia and the home of Mima, showcasing the best amateur MMA tournament at the Paradigm Mall.
Excited nak fight and biasalah nervous mesti ada punya. Stick to my game plan.
I'm there, I got what it takes, so I'm gonna try my best to all my fans, family members, and Mima. I'll try to win this fight.
Saya betul-betul ingin nak menang this fight, so I will do all the thing all the way to win this fight.
Well, this is MMA, so let's see, may the best guy wins.
Shafik looked the more aggressive in the first round, with an advantage over Muhammad Izzat, but Izzat is no pushover. It was a good ground game as Izzat tried to force the armbar submission.
Because I know he's going grappling, take me down, submit, take me down, submit. He got an armbar on me, I escape. He got a triangle on me, I escape.
And escape he did, but it looked like Izzat was again scoring the points with the ground and pound. But the referee does not end the match, as he felt that Shafik was not in danger, and as Izzat continued in the dominant position, he was not able to get his opponent to submit. Shafik was eventually saved by the bell. And so with the quick break, the second round began. It was not the best start for Izzat, however. A slip on the canvas gave Shafik a much needed advantage, and Izzat knew he was in a dangerous position, to say the least.
I think I will turn around and I will do side control or anything else, but he's too quick and he know what I want to do, so he's scared to get my back.
The moment I get the near naked choke, it's done.
And it was a game changer as Shafik literally held on to the victory. Muhammad Shafik became the first fighter to get to the contender fight, much to the delight of his corner and friends.
I got my game plan going really good. I know he's gonna come out strong, take me down, grapple with me. So the first round, I was just trying to defend. Just stay calm, relax, defend.
Second round, just simple mistake.
Because he thinks I'm a striker, so he has no idea that I'm gonna grapple with him. So I caught him unexpected. So it's good to choke a guy like that,
Shafik displays his sportsmanship, but the win is as sweet as it comes.
其实没有什么 game plan， 每个方面站住打还是在地上柔术全部都已经准备好了，所以他做什么我都可以 defend 到。
I did a lot of training, so I win this, I'll be fighting for the belt. So it's very excited for me.
进了铁笼他就知道了。
I just wish him luck because he have to go through me to go for the next round.
Two determined fighters in the first of the bantamweight semifinal. It was Nicholas Wong who went on the attack first, but Jack Yo held on. Jack Yo, however, was confident that this was going to be his victory.
I upped my wrestling and he never took me down. He never gave me any trouble. I controlled the rounds. He hit me with a few shots in the first round, but I felt nothing, man. His punches are weak.
And Jack Yo, knowing his opponent was weaker, became bolder with his strikes. And it was just a matter of time and patience for Jack Yo as they continued their fight. Nicholas, however, was losing the points and he knew it.
There's two things. One is I take him down too much. And the second thing is I didn't continue with my combination. If I continue with my combination, maybe I can have it.
But it was also a matter of who would last. And as the bell rang, the fight would continue on to the next round. With Mima middleweight champion Jim Chong at his corner, Jack Yo was in good hands. As the second round began, Nicholas changed his tactics and decided to strike his opponent.
Hands up, Nick! Look up, Nick! Hands up!
But Nicholas was already in trouble, even with Peter Davis's support behind him.
Come to the second round, I had no much stamina to carry on.
I tried to be as complete as possible. So every time he tries to shoot, I manage to defend. So I think that's a crucial part of my game plan.
Unfortunately for Nicholas, he was on the receiving end of many strikes from Jack Yo, and referee Dana Blewett had no choice but to stop the match. A great victory for Jack Yo, and the reward is a place in the contender fight.
5 weeks trained for this. I've been working a lot on what I have, my karate skills. He's a boxer, I'm a karateka. I'm going to use what I have. I'm going to make sure that he can't touch me.
I asked them to let me match up with Tbon early in the fight, so, get him out of the way. He's like the main threat to me right now. So if I got him out of the way, then I can smooth sailing to the finals.
I respect you, man. Let's respect each other.
My opponent is strong, I'm strong, and we're both gonna test it out in the ring.
The winner of this middleweight bout would face Muhammad Shafik in the contender fight. And Tbon would find Muhammad Mirage his hardest opponent yet.
He surprised me a little bit. I thought I expected him to be a little less than what he was. He was a lot more than that, so he surprised me a bit. I completely threw away my karate, or maybe I didn't focus enough.
And Mirage would go on the attack as he boxed his way into Tbon's defenses. Luckily for him, the bell for the first round would save Tbon. Sensing an uphill task, it was going to be another battle going into round 2, and Mirage knew it.
Oh man, it was a old school rumble. I was hitting him and he's not going down. That guy's a tank.
And as Mirage threw everything including the kitchen sink, Tbon somehow kept his defense up as he took in the blows from his clearly more superior opponent. But he knew Mirage was outscoring and out-hitting him, and again, the bell saved him from defeat in round number 2. It was now or never in the final 3 minutes of the match, but Tbon had lost the plot.
Last thing to the third round is not a big of a deal for me. I was supposed to win the fight, so I know I could have won the fight. Made a couple of mistakes here and there. I put the guy where he was, but I didn't focus enough on what I should have done.
And so, Mirage once again going for the kill. With the dominant position, Tbon was unable to defend himself, and referee Raja Aslan had seen enough.
I paid the price for it.
Good job to my opponent. He managed to survive to the third round. I was planning to finish in the first round. That guy doesn't tire out. It was just wearing him down and he doesn't want to go down.
And only one fight stands between Mirage and the grand finals.
It's been intense. I've been concentrating a bit on my cardio, and I'm feeling much more better, much more confident. Not so much plan, but I will just go for it. Try to finish, try to submission. I'm very confident. I'm going to take back this win from him today. Have a good game and entertain all the spectators.
Gerald Koch would be first off the blocks with an almost flying takedown of Amal. Both are experienced Mima fighters, and Gerald found out the hard way.
I took him down too many times. That was my mistake, lah. And I wasted my energy on taking him down and trying to submitting him. He was strong, lah.
Amal's defense was good as he kept his calm throughout the first round. Gerald's repeated attempts to break down his opponent was sapping his energy, and Amal was patient as he looked for an opening to counter. Luckily for Gerald, the bell rang. The break would give both fighters a chance to recuperate, but Gerald was looking the weaker of the two, as he was feeling heavy-footed.
The second round, I couldn't move a lot already. My ankle was restricting me from moving.
It was Nimal's turn to shine. Knowing that he faced a wounded tiger, Nimal urged his opponent to attack, and ultimately Gerald took the bait, and it fell right into Nimal's throwdown gloves.
Maybe because I have punching power, so I land a punch on his face. I see him dizzy, not stable, then I finish him off.
It was a cul-de-sac for Gerald as he could not find his way out of Nimal's strikes.
And he connected a few punches to my face, then it got me.
That's all that was needed for the referee to stop the match. Game over and Nimal the winner.
Thank God I managed to finish him while standing.
Yeah, I lost because my mind wasn't in the ring. My mind is somewhere else.
This is not for the faint-hearted. The excitement is killing me, Rashid.
So play dead. We're going to take a break. We'll see you in a bit.
Up next on Mima Season 3.
I thought, you know what, let's go have some fun, let's just brawl. And
He hit me with one good punch and kind of rocked me off.
Welcome back, and you're on board Mima Season 3 semi-finals. It's not getting any easier for our fighters as we head towards the contender matches for the Season 3 finals. That's right, but they have to concentrate on the here and now. Take it away, Mima.
开心还是在我计划之中，每天都在强化自己，体能、力量还有技术各方面的。
Dari fight lepas tu stamina macam kurang, so banyak buat stamina lah untuk preparation.
今天他遇到我，不好意思，我不会让他过的，因为这个是我相信我比他更想要这个 belt。
To him, well, good luck in beating me, and then just show them what we have.
In the first round, Nikertan sprang an early surprise on Imad.
I was caught off guard. I think he took me down, and I couldn't push him away because he's heavier than me.
But even with the weight advantage, Nikertan had to work hard.
The opponent is very strong. It's not easy to be KO.
And so Niker used the advantage to pound his way into Imadudin's defenses. As he took the beating, head judge Olivier Coste was concerned with the safety of the fighters, but respected his fellow referee who was in control of the fight. But Imadudin knew he could not last long in the fight as he was kept defenseless against the cage.
Then I just try and defend and try, but couldn't do anything. So he passed my guard, his punch passed my guard, then just admit defeat because I cannot hold on for so long.
It was all over, and Nikertan was the first of the heavyweights to reach the contender fight in Mima 3. And another step closer to the title.
I think I badly won the belt. I'm not come for semi-final or quarter-final or any else. I won the belt.
managed to train back with one of my former and old coach. I had an incredible time there. So I'm feeling quite confident and quite prepared for this fight.
Last year I lost at the semi-finals, but this time I'm going to redeem myself. I'm prepared. I've trained my jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, everything. I'm ready. I hope that he doesn't give up after I beat him and we still stay friends and we keep improving together.
I hope it just be really, really good matchup.
Two very good and experienced lightweight fighters, but only one would advance to the contender fight. This was going to be a tough bout for both.
He has so much more weight on him right now, and I found it really difficult to go for the takedown, even to just budge him and move him a little bit.
Boy Kang Fai demonstrated his strength early on, and the instructions from his corner were clear.
Again, Fai, bring it in, Fai, bring it in!
These two fighters were also technically sound with their ground game, and although it seemed Kang Fai was at an advantage, Dave Singh was good at defending on his back and kept Kang Fai at bay until the end of the first round. Still stalemate at the break, round 2 beckoned. But Dave needed to explore a chink in Kang Fai's armor.
He's much stronger than me, like strength-wise. but I controlled it. I kept my distance. I played it cool.
Him pressing me against the cage took out my shoulders. Not enough conditioning.
It was actually to tire his hands out in the clinch because we knew he was a boxer. He got heavy hands. So as we clinch and work the clinch, we wasn't really looking for the takedown, just to tire his hands out.
And find it he did as Dave tired out Kang 5 and began to take advantage. Unfortunately, time had run out in the second round. So the final round decider and these two opponents were nervous.
Okay.
Mama.
As the third round began, Kang 5 had to go for broke, but Dave kept to his strategy.
Keep him punching air and get some kicks going to the hand and the abs and just to try to gas him out, so it makes him weaker and drops his guard. I tried to stay to the game plan until like the last 10 seconds, and I thought, you know what, let's go have some fun, let's just brawl and let's get the crowds up on their feet, and that's what I did, you know, because at the end of the day, we are here to entertain people.
A fitting ending to a great technical bout between two experienced opponents, but only one would be rewarded. Vinod moves on to the contender fight, and Kang 5 was once again disappointed.
I prepared myself in every way. I think I'm the most well-rounded here, but it just shut down my game.
I just like see what I see and take what I take in there. So kind of like my game plan is that I want to strike and like get a TKO or submission or whatever.
I can't wait to move in the next round, but before that, let's prepare for this first.
I just want to win this fight and get to the title, so it's not anything personal, but I need to beat you up today, man.
Bro, I'm gonna make you remember me, all right? I'll come to you, I'll make you remember me.
Muhammad Iman is looking to clear the ghost of Mima Season 2 when a weight issue robbed him of an appearance in the grand final. He's out to prove this year that he's no flash in the pan.
Yeah, he hit me with a good shot. He hit me with one good punch and kind of rocked me off.
Nice. Nice.
He got me with a good shot and I got my flow and I come back with it.
The fight was, like I said, intense. We both throw punches.
But Douglas Gumbalai is also looking at the main prize. And although Iman has the longer reach, Douglas is not afraid to pull the punches. Despite that, Iman continued to stalk his opponent, and it was keeping Douglas on his toes. But the time would run out of round one.
You look fantastic, okay? You see how you turn it on?
So round two began, and a sense of urgency from both opponents as Iman kept his stalking boots on.
I tried to intimidate him and hit him with a good shot, so like he feel like I'm a better striker than him. So he kept falling back, and I just come in and I'm just relaxing and just set my combo to knock him out.
And Iman was poised to go in for the win as he turned up a gear and continued with devastating combinations.
I got kicked in my chin, got pretty dizzy that time, so just went down.
Iman moved to end the match before the end of the second round. And as he kept the pressure on Douglas, a series of combos took its effect, and the end was near. And luckily for Douglas, referee Dana Bluen was big enough to stop the fight.
I fought a lot in Mima, so I feel good. I don't have to fight the contender fight.
And Iman moves on to the featherweight grand finals.
Kita orang dah memang ada buat preparation untuk fight dah. Kita orang memang dah prepare dah. So kita orang ada game plan untuk dia. Dan tunggu saja.
I want to be the champion and I will not let anyone stand in my way.
Saya tidak mau cakap banyak. Kita tunggu dekat atas ring. Kita tengok siapa lagi bagus.
Don't stand in my way. I'm going to be the champion.
There may be a massive difference in height, but Affendi Kawe used his vast boxing experience to devastating effect.
He moved in and out pretty well. It's faster than thought, and he managed to cut me from good shots.
And even on the ground, Joshua Coote was unable to finish his opponent off. Joshua knew he had a fight on his hands, and as round two began, he had to look at fresh options. However, Affendi was happy to oblige with some fast boxing moves. Although Joshua looked to bring his opponent down, Affendi was good with his defense despite being taken down. And as time wore on, it was clear that even on the ground, Joshua again failed to make use of his stature. And with round 3 calling, this was a do-or-die mission for Joshua. There was no holding back these two fighters as they looked to utilize their experience and gain new ones.
I really wanted to try my striking against a seasoned boxer. Obviously that wasn't what I was supposed to do.
My game plan adalah to clear shot untuk bagi nampak pukulan demi pukulan yang jelas untuk menang.
And it was a tactic that worked as the final bell rang, as they left it to the hands of the judges. A nervous wait for both fighters before the announcement. But Affendi knew it was his victory to savor. The contender fight beckoned.
We are halfway through the semi-finals, so stay where you are. Mima Season 3 will be back.
Coming up next on Malaysian Invasion.
Yeah, in this case, I have no choice to disqualify you.
Welcome back to Mima Season 3 semi-finals. Are you ready for more action in the Mima cage? Stay there and have a look.
Sebelum ni saya tengok dia fight, best lah tengok dia fight. So kali ni memang saya nak test, nak tengok level mana. So saya fokuskan untuk stand fight lah.
Depends pada opponent lah. Kalau dia mau stand up, kita stand up. Kalau ground, so ground lah.
Saya punya cita-cita untuk nak jumpa dengan abang saya tu lagi sikit lagi.
Will Dial face his brother Nimal in the contender fight? Only Eddie Kalai is in his way. It was a great start to the bout as both opponents gave no quarter and kept their aggressive stance. But it was hard going for Dial from the onset.
Saya macam tak boleh nak sentuh dia. Dia bagi tumpukan banyak kali. Saya rasa tu tak boleh lah. Jadi saya take down dia terus.
With his heavier weight, Dial held Eddie on the ground. And despite numerous attempts to escape, it took only one wrong move for Eddie.
Dan kebetulan dapat masuk RNC, so memang time tu tarik lah apa nak jadi-jadi lah. So saya tarik kuat-kuat.
There was no turning back, but Eddie refused to give in.
Position, control position! Out, man!
However, the lights were about to go out, and the outcome would be a foregone conclusion. And so it was the end of the line for Eddie Kalai. And with nowhere to go and no defense, Dial continued the RNC. And then, the fight was ended as the referee declared that the younger Amal was the victor. For Eddie, it was another bitter ending.
I was planned for stand up, so I've been taken down. I think he's got advantage on the weight, on the bigger side. I don't want to make excuse. He's a better man than me, better fighter than me.
Abang saya, dia saya punya mentor lah. Saya memang daripada dulu memang nak jadi macam dia lah. So ni satu penghormatan kak dapat lawan dengan dia untuk final ni.
Actually, it's the hardest thing. Okay, but we still have to fight, and the best man win. I'm actually very excited for it, so I'm looking to do what I have to do. I would like to end the fight fast, so that's my main objective.
No, I just gotta adapt to the situation. I don't wanna go in there with a game plan or anything. Or whatever happens, I'll try and counter it and find an answer for it, whatever it is.
Jace, well, we're friends, but for the next 12 minutes, if it goes 12 minutes, we have to fight each other. Good luck to you, buddy. Stay safe.
Only one guy can go to the next round.
Two experienced Mima fighters in this fight was dubbed the Battle of Borneo.
I knew he was a strong striker, and when the first jab came, I really felt that. And then he threw a kick, and I actually saw a spark. I think I went out for half a second,
opened my eyes, thought I was going to fall. I stood up, and that's when he threw the right hand to this.
Jace, break away! Hit him!
I actually could finish him the first round with a kick, but I decided to take it slow, you know, because I prefer to fight smart now.
So Jace Law drew the points by the end of the first round, and it was back to the drawing board as they took a quick break. The second round began.
I was always wary of his strikes, because to me, he's the most dangerous striker right now in Mima 3.
And Jace demonstrated that in the second round with strikes that kept Samuel Lai on his toes. It was another end of the round, and again, the final break would give both exponents the chance to regroup. The third round underway, the bout was going to see who would finish higher with the points. And even Samuel's corner, AJ Pyro, was in his element.
Angle, yeah, set it up.
But there were times in the final round when Jace seemed to come unstuck.
I prefer to keep the fight standing, but the only way not to go to the ground is to work on my takedown defense, and that's what I did.
And luckily for him, his defense kept him in the game. And by the end of the final round, it was clear who would go on to the contender fight. A great fight between both fighters, but this time, the Sarawakian was the winner.
And of course, I lost his upper body strength. I don't know what happened. Things just wasn't going for me. Even the takedowns I wanted to do just wasn't working the way I wanted it to work. So my techniques were just wrong. I'm not sure what happened.
Samuel's game plan was to take me down. As you can see, I prepared for that. I stopped all the takedowns and just hit him with counter strikes.
Just for as normal, I try to take down and go for ground games.
Basically, he's Muay Thai fighter, you know, so he's gonna use his Muay Thai basically doing his stand-up fight. He says he doesn't feel any pressure, you know, he feels confident with his Muay Thai.
Foreign Pride Division sees Thailand's Sisoma against Japan's Takumi Arai. Despite having inferior skills, the Japanese fighter was surprisingly resilient against his more experienced Thai opponent. And the longer the fight became, it was harder for Sisoma to beat his opponent despite scoring the points.
Come on, Alex, put the head down!
Takumi gave as good as he got as he managed a few takedowns himself. But the first round belonged to Sisoma. The break was a good moment to soothe the aching bodies, but the second round would again test both opponents. And as with the first, there was controlled aggression from both fighters as Takumi's corner kept him in check.
Nice one, all right, control. Take your time.
Takumi would also demonstrate his judo skills in the cage, which caught his opponent off guard. And he even attempted an armbar, which unfortunately failed. With referee Olivier Kost looking on, the Thai fighter would use his vast Muay Thai skills to use against Takumi to devastating effect. However, the Japanese was no pushover and kept his stance all the way to the end of the second round. For both fighters, especially for the Japanese, to reach this far was already a bonus in itself. And when the third round got underway, both fighters began entertaining the crowd who watched this match with interest. But it was the Thai who was scoring the points, and even a slip by him got the Japanese fighter and the audience excited. Ironically, both fighters would end up on the ground. And by the end of the third round, although it was clear that Cmot was the victor, the two fighters in the Foreign Pride Division had won the hearts and minds of the grateful audience and crowd in the Paradigm Mall.
Today I want to go to ground game, but I cannot go until end. So maybe I need to more practice for the BJJ.
เขาก็ดีครับแข็งแรงแต่ว่าเราก็อาศัยมวยไทย
He says he's a strong opponent, but once again, yeah, he uses his Muay Thai, he got the range, he avoids a couple of times the takes down, you know, and yeah, he's happy with it.
就是一样的咯，就是take down 搞掂他，有可以咬断手就咬断手咯。
常常是这样子。
Yeah, it's really important because if I win this, I will go straight to the stadium, right? It's like different experience. It's like so many crowd. I think the belt is with me.
In the first round, Kawe signaled his intent with a series of strikes at Melvin Ko and a big takedown. And as he got into the dominant position, Kawe was looking for the rear naked choke. However, it was clear that something went wrong as Melvin indicated a move that was considered illegal in Mima. As Melvin was clearly in pain and with the medical team attending to him, Kawe protests his innocence as the officials headed by Olivier Cos reviews the footage of the fight. It was decided that there was a cause for an illegal action.
It's amateur safety of the fighters. In this case, I have no choice to disqualify you. Really sorry about that, okay? If you feel like you're doing something illegal, you have to readjust yourself. He didn't do that. He continued on the neck crank, and then the neck cracked, and then he has to ask the referee to have a break because he faced something crack on his neck. And after 5 minutes, I give him 5 minutes to recover. He couldn't recover, and yeah, once again, I had to take the decision to get a disqualification from the fighters.
He's complained of a neck pain. He complained that he cannot continue the fight, and we give him a cervical collar to comfortable himself.
I don't want to win it this way. I want to win it like I fight, like I finish or decision. You know, it's not for me. It's not an honorable win.
We're almost there, but not quite. So don't touch your remote because you might miss the best part. Easy.
Up next on Mima Season 3.
All I could do is just try to survive.
因为我觉得他的 ground 很差。
Welcome back, and there's a few more fights left in the semi-final of Mima Season 3. You know, I feel a bit sad. Don't worry. There's a few more fights left, right?
打回我自己的方法咯，我看就是这样子吧。打完这场就是下一场，剩下最后一场罢了。
I've dealt with aggressive type before. I know how to counter it. I will make sure I will control the rhythm to my own. Yeah, that's the game plan today 啦。
就要小心一点哦，我不是那么暖的，看起来。
I'm sure yours will come again next year 啦。
It was clear from the start that both Gino and Irfan Rizan had different game plans to face each other. And it was clear that with his body strength that Irfan would be looking to take the game to the ground.
My gameplay is just prevent his takedown skill. His takedown is really good. You see, they're moving me around, but I just stay stable.
I tried to follow the game plan, but my shoulder got injured. I think in the first or second round.
With Gino in a dominant position and Irfan's injury, it became evenly matched. It was now clear also that Irfan was struggling to overcome his weakness as the first round bell rang. However, the first round break did not reveal the extent of the injury as they went into the start. As Irfan kept to the same strategy, the problem became bigger.
During the second round, I could barely lift my hands up. All I could do was just try to survive.
And Gino began to realize that he was gaining the upper hand in the match. And that gave him confidence going into the end of the second round. So Irfan, compounded by his injury and Gino growing in stature, the third round was going to be interesting. This time, Gino was more aggressive with his striking. And again, with a good defense, he gave Irfan a taste of his own medicine. As he looked to be dominating in all areas, Gino racked up the points, and by the time the final bell had rung, Gino was on his way to the contender fight. It was a bitter pill to swallow for Irfan, but the dream continues for Gino Tan.
I'm pretty confident about the title. I like to get the belt too.
Saya akan dapatkan tiket saya untuk ke Tiger Muay Thai. So, I think it's my opportunity to get the belt.
Sudah 2-3 minggu saya training untuk semi-final. Saya rasa saya boleh.
We're just gonna fight. We're gonna fight fair and square because that's how we do.
Semi-final ni saya menang untuk ke final. Saya akan dapat belt.
At the start of the first round, Muhammad Faisal didn't waste any time getting straight into it.
Actually, my opponent is a good striker. He landed a good shot on my face, yeah. And his low kick is devastating.
But Sabahan Hafizol is no easy meat as he returns the compliment, which surprises his opponent. A good old-fashioned brawl erupts, but Hafizol is in no means to back down.
He's not a good ground fighter, so I tried to took him to the ground, yeah.
And this was where Hafizol was in his element. With superior technique on the ground, Hafizol took full advantage of Faisal's inability to defend himself on the ground. And a frustrated Faisal was unable to counter.
He's a Muay Thai fighter, and then I tried to get the timing, try to catch the leg and take him down from there, yeah.
Suaian sikit lah. Tu saya kena nombok terus jatuh.
And from there, it was all Hafizol's game as he pounded his opponent and gave him no chance to defend himself. This match truly demonstrates the importance of having all aspects of MMA, which also includes a good ground in sports such as wrestling or BJJ. So a great win for Hafizol, and it's back to the drawing board for Faisal.
I'm so excited. I want to train more and try to get the title.
I 我会跟他玩 striking， 过后带他去 ground， 因为我觉得他的 ground 很差。
看他应该是一个 boxer， 然后就有 take down， 我就尽量用 long range 咯，就是用脚多一点，手看谁比较厉害了。
我一定赢定。
So the final fight of the day saw heavyweights Tom Yao-Kin taking on Sun Ning Kai, and their striking were deadly to say the least.
His performance is very good, especially his striking. His hook especially, so painful.
But Yao-Kin would not be intimidated by his taller opponent as Ning Kai attacked. He braved the onslaught and returned with some good counterpunches himself as he looked to survive the end of the first round. The break in between is a bonus for heavyweight fighters as they headed towards the start of the second round. Yao-Kin decided to try a different strategy, but found his opponent difficult to displace.
So many times I take him to the ground, but I not successful. So I decided to play striking with him.
So when I tried to reach for a referee, he can actually give me very good punches, like four punches, and actually that rocked me already. I think I got scared because of my old injury, I think.
And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. When fear runs through your mind, more than half the battle is lost in the cage. Sensing this, Yao-Kin was emboldened and went on the attack. It was almost a little too late for Ning Kai, but again, the bell signals the end of the second round. The third round is almost always uncharted territory for heavyweight fighters, but these two exponents displayed some very good staying power, which would shame some of the fighters in Mima.
Hands in tight.
They were certainly one of the more entertaining fights of the day. Yao-Kin, however, was in no mood to lose this fight, and hearing his corner urging him on.
Nice, good one.
Ning Kai got his second win and took the fight back to Yao-Kin. And towards the end, with nothing to lose, both heavyweights began their final push towards the end of the match. It was almost as if they had just began the first round, and they both gave a good account of themselves. Unfortunately, there will only be one winner who will face Sneaker Tan in the contender fight. And your winner is Tamyal Kent.
My performance is not bad, just that this is my first time, 3 rounds in one game. Mostly I just 1 round, then I end game already. First time I get split decision.
So we are in the paradigm mode for the semi-final. I saw once again a great fight. I think now some of the fighters, they understand that you need a game plan, to win a fight, It's true that for 3 rounds, it was not so much action. But once again, overall, we had a really good fights all day long.
Rashid, we're coming to the end of our journey. That's right, Peter, but who will be crowned champion of Season 3? Well, we're just going to have to watch the next episode of Mima Season 3.
In the next edition of Mima Season 3.
Fighting with your own brother, the one that you love.
We are suspecting a head injury.
Sure to catch the Mima Season 3 Grand Finals happening on the 10th of October at the Putra Indoor Stadium, Bukit Jalil. If you cannot be there, watch it live on TV One or stream the fights online worldwide on www.malaysianinvasion.com.